Yo, what's up? It's your boy Diomo Damuto. We're back with another video. Today we're watching, come on now, y'all know what we watching. Beyond Dragon Ball Super, Master Ultra Ego Vegeta Unleashed on Black Frieza and Platinum Cooler. We about to see that form. You know what I'm saying? Vegeta about to whoop their ass, bruh. Knowing UnrealEntGaming, he about to just show us the form. We ain't gonna see him fight any yet. He gonna hold us. Watch. Let's get into it.
As our story continues now back on Earth with Black Frieza having to oversee the comments made by Ultra Ego Vegeta who is lying beneath him, as with Black Frieza now shown having to be interested and curious upon what
today's Sunday. I gotta watch my
said,
Demon Slayer episode.
Black Frieza having to now oversee Vegeta
Monday for
beneath
y'all,
him, where Black Frieza then went on to comment, "Rip the two of us apart, will you?" Very interesting choice of words for someone who is barely hanging by the skin of their teeth, Vegeta. You appear to have taken substantial amounts of damage, and yet somehow, despite the punishment that you've endured, you aren't dead yet. And if I didn't know any better, then I would say that you are hiding something from us. Now I wonder on what this could possibly be, Frieza continues. Since of course you're a lot more vocal than you usually are, Vegeta. Well, whatever it is that you are keeping from Cooler and I isn't going to be something that remains a secret for too long, since one way or another you will tell us. And so now, I will be so kind as to ask you one more time, Saiyan. Since you claim to not know the whereabouts of your other little monkey friend, then why does it appear as though you are slowly starting to heal from your injuries now that you are on the ground? What could you possibly be hiding from my brother and I that makes you think that you have any sort of fighting chance of beating us both in battle, Vegeta? And I'm rather curious to know, since you aren't begging the two of us to spare you, with Ultra Ego Vegeta responding, "I told you upon arriving that I'm not the same as you remembered me being on Granola's planet, didn't I? And so I stand by what I said, because you and your brother aren't the only ones who were able to evolve themselves into discovering new levels of power. Not by a long shot, Frieza. I haven't forgotten about what you did to me on that planet, and that was all the motivation that I needed to get to where I needed to be if I wanted to destroy you. You think I'm afraid of you, Frieza?
Oh, shit.
You think that I'm afraid of dying? So you'd be a fool to assume for either of those to be true, especially since I have yet to show you both the true extent of my absolute and full power. The two of you could try and beat me down as much as you like," Vegeta continues. "You will only be making me stronger the more this continues, fool. And no matter what it takes, even if it means giving up my own life to see that it happens one way or another, I will destroy you if it's the last thing that I do." To which, shockingly enough, from that point, as we only from there see how Vegeta was shown spitting blood in Frieza's face, it was only during Vegeta's moment of disrespect where Vegeta from that point then went on to continue, "So you can forget about me begging for my life, because I'd rather die over 1,000 different ways than ever beg you of all people for my life. So here's my response for all of these questions that you are so curious to know about. Maybe this ought to be the answer you were hoping to get. Maybe now that ought to be enough for it to be obvious enough for you, Frieza. Why, you disrespectful, delusional little circus monkey. You have some nerve doing what you just did, especially since you are by far as being the one who is in complete control here. And for what it's worth, I am going to make sure that you suffer more than you have ever suffered in your entire life for what you just did to me, Saiyan. I don't buy into this idea that you have gotten any stronger than you are at the moment. So all you are doing is prolonging your long and inevitable death, you deranged little monkey. Is that so? Did I strike a nerve, Frieza? You and your stupid brother have no idea what's waiting for you both on the other side of all of this, but I'll be sure to show you both once I've had my fix. Let me ask you something. Are you sure that you have what it takes to kill me, Frieza? Would it be safe to say that without me and Kakarot around, you'd bore yourself to death without having anything to strive for? What if I were to tell you that I was able to learn of something other than planet Yardrad when we battled against Moro on this planet? I don't care about what you learned. I would be more than capable of going about my life without having the two of you constantly get in my way. So clearly, your life as well as Goku's means nothing. You are bluffing about your power, Saiyan, and I'm calling you out on your lies right now. Frieza went on to shout.
Keep trying.
So if you are as powerful as you love to pretend to be, then let's see how you fare up after enduring this one, Saiyan. In which, upon Frieza now being shown continuously firing down multiple death beams directly at Vegeta, it was just as Vegeta was now being shown taking all of this head on, where Black Frieza then went on to continue, "Spit in my face, will you? Have you already forgotten what it is that I did to you and Goku on planet Cereal?" Frieza went on to
hit him
shout.
one time, bro. Calm down.
Have you forgotten about the difference and the effect of my black form compared to this overblown destroyer form you bear, Vegeta? No matter what you've learned or how powerful you've gotten since then, you will never compare to what I am, and you never will. It's in our history, Saiyan. You were always beneath me, even during the points where you thought that you have surpassed me. You were always trying to catch up, and you will always fall short of reaching your goals, Vegeta. And I will stop at nothing to go as far as I am able to push myself into making sure that you and Goku are dead by the time we are finished here. As Platinum Cooler then went on to chime in, "Oh, try not to kill the monkey too quickly now, Frieza. I have yet to have my turn at caving his royal face into his skull, so do make sure that he remains alive so that I may have another crack at him for doing what he did earlier against me. I want to see if the worm is actually stronger myself, so now hurry it up and rip into him so that I may have a turn at doing the same." To which that was exactly what Black Frieza had gone as far as to do, because it was only then right after Frieza was done having to fire down all of these death beams at Vegeta, where he had from that point then proceeded in kicking Vegeta towards Cooler's direction by responding, "Then by all means, just make sure that the worm is still alive by the time you are done with him, because this one is going to be mine to slay when it's all said and done," with Cooler responding, "Oh, well, you're too kind, Frieza. Oh, look at the mighty little prince of dead monkeys trying to hold himself together here. Wake up, Saiyan. The fun is only just getting started between us, and so it would be a real shame for you to give out now and die before we've had our chance to really drill into you. So now get up. I want to try something on you while you're still awake." To which, upon Platinum Cooler now shown throwing Vegeta in the air, it was only just as Cooler was now shown having to do this where Cooler then went on to continue, "I'm sure that you will immediately recognize where this little technique comes from once I use it, and so try not to die in the process of me hitting you.
This nigga doing the tri-beam?
Wants to be the one to destroy you himself, Saiyan. Now then, let's see how much damage we can cause here. Alright, TN. Let's just see how effective this little move of yours actually is now that it's being drawn forth and used by a more superior being. You made the ultimate mistake by coming back onto this planet without your other little
Boy, he just know that move because of the DNA he got in him? That's crazy.
Oh, how wonderful, Black Frieza went on to quickly chime back in. "This just gave me an idea myself then, so quickly, continue to blast that monkey towards my direction above." To which, as soon as we then see how Vegeta was now beginning to make his way towards Frieza, where Gohan
Man, come on, Vegeta.
wake back up by responding, "Oh, these monsters are now able to use our own attacks and techniques against us now? Oh, this is awful. Please hang in there, Vegeta. I've got to hurry and go help Piccolo so that we can try and get back in there to help Vegeta. Hurry it up and do what it is that you need to do so that we can be done with this Saiyan for good, Frieza, Cooler went on to then shout. If you are already calling dibs on destroying Vegeta, then I call ripping Goku apart when we see him next. Do you understand? Now let's make the most of this so that we can burn right through this one and be done with Vegeta once and for all, Frieza. In which upon multiple explosions now being shown having to occur in the sky, that was when Gohan had tried in waking up Piccolo by responding, Piccolo, hey, wake up, Piccolo. We've got to try and pull our weight here and stay in this fight because Vegeta needs us both right now. Cooler and Frieza are going to shred him if we don't do something to help him fight back. Oh, now I got you right where I need you, little god monkey, Frieza went on to quickly chime in by spotting Vegeta. Spit in my face, will you? Mark my words, on everything that I hold near and dear to my heart, you will pay dearly for that one, Vegeta. Now let's try something here. Do try and pay attention, Frieza continues. I made sure that when I came back that it was going to be the last time that you will all ever see me. And so, let's see, what was it again? Ah yes, that little brat's Masenko technique. I never bothered to try this little move out, but there's always a first for everything, isn't that right, God Primate? I want you
That's
to know
crazy.
that you were never good enough to be my
This is
equal
crazy
in
dick
anything
suck right
that
here.
you
It's
were ever
crazy.
capable of in Vegeta. You were never even good enough to be the best among your race, Vegeta. It goes the way it's
he talking
always
shit for
stood,
real.
and that is you will never be strong enough to destroy me, Saiyan. In which the very moment Black Frieza was from there shown firing down the Masenko and resulting in Ultra Ego Vegeta's body being shown hitting the ground below, with a gigantic explosion now being shown taking place in front of Platinum Cooler, that was when Platinum Cooler went on to chime back in by responding, oh, now that was good, but could you try and not be so dramatic? The worm isn't going to understand nor accept the outcome of what you are telling him, so it's best to just kill him now and be done with it so that we can move on to slaughtering the others before getting to Goku and then that worthless god of destruction, Beerus. It's time that we unshackle ourselves and give this monkey the death wish that he's been desperately begging for. And if that Goku is anything like this weakling, then this is going to be a lot easier than I thought it'd be. Well, it took
y'all not beating Vegeta yet.
Continues with Black Frieza
Y'all struggling with
responding,
Vegeta,
well,
but Goku about to whoop
that,
y'all
spitting
ass.
in my face had triggered me a bit there, but that should be enough to cripple him under the weight of both of our attacks now. Well, now that he's eating dirt on the floor, Cooler continues, hurry it up and eradicate him so that we can move on to the others right after as we then go look for Goku. End him now and let's get a move on, with Black Frieza then being shown laughing and responding, are you starting to see it, Vegeta? Are you starting to finally understand the difference between you and us? This was your destiny. This was how things were always supposed to be between us, you little puny Saiyan. This is mine. This was always meant to be mine, and I will reign supreme without ever having to see your face in this world ever again, monkey. And now to draw the final nail that will go right into your long overdue coffin, you miserable excuse for a life form. And without Goku here or anyone else to save you, this is where you will draw your final breath, Frieza continues. And how fitting for it to be than by having my face be the very last thing that you will ever see. And while I go through with this, Frieza went on to tell Cooler,
come on, Vegeta, come on, Vegeta, you talking too much shit.
Acquired there, Cooler, and use Moro's energy absorbing technique to drain the remaining energy of this planet before he dies. So you're actually going with my plan for once and be done with it all, Cooler? Questions? Fine. Then so be it. I'm going to take everything that this rotten planet has to offer before it's destroyed. What a very interesting and useful technique indeed. But then, it was all of a sudden from out of nowhere to both Frieza and Cooler's surprise, where Ultra Ego Vegeta had gone as far as to address the two by responding, I must admit, those attacks the two of you just used on me really really hurt just now. He's still standing? Platinum Cooler went on to question. But how is he able to still be standing after taking all of that? With Vegeta continuing, now be that as it is, I tried telling you, didn't I? And I tried warning you that I wasn't going to be the same warrior that you were.
Yes, sir.
Now look. This is unbelievable, especially since I'm now able to see it for myself. You said something just now that happened to have drawn my attention, Vegeta went on to continue. Something about how I could never measure up to you and be your equal? Well, you're right about one thing, Frieza. We aren't equals, because I am now far beyond what you could ever hope to be, and I, standing before you now, am proof of that. You said that I wasn't even the strongest among my own race of warriors. Was that it? I assume that you were referring to Kakarot and Broly, Gohan, and my son and the others, aren't you? Well, that's where you're wrong, because I am. While you were busy training with your brother and taking serums, I was honing my craft and evolving my destructive powers with Lord Beerus. And guess what else, you little weasel?
Damn, all this fucking dialogue. God damn.
I'm not getting any weaker. Do you want to know why your attacks, though effective within the moment, aren't able to permanently take me down and keep me down? Well, that's because while I was training with Lord Beerus, I was able to fully refine a self-healing ability that I was able to learn on planet Yardrat. And thanks to their methods of teaching me how to convert one's energy into healing orbs, I've been gradually able to slowly heal myself the longer our battle had taken place, Frieza. And with this burning sensation of wanting to tear your heads off, it's time that I finally show you both the true nature of my destructive and unbound powers.
Okay.
So please, as if any of this nonsense that you are spewing is supposed to scare us, Vegeta, Frieza went on to respond. One more round of that and you're finished, and you know it, Saiyan. There is nothing that you can do to stop yourself from dying. But then, it was from out of nowhere as Vegeta was now beginning to power up, where Vegeta had gone as far as to address Frieza by responding, "Whoa, and that's where you're wrong, Frieza, but I'm honestly very happy that you said that, because now I want you to stop and watch what it is that I'm about to do very closely, you worm. What you are about to bear witness to will be everything that you feared to come from us, Saiyans. This power and its form that you are about to see before your very eyes is the true nature of my destructive power. In which, upon Vegeta now being shown having to power up furiously and unleashing the destructive power within him, as he was slowly but surely now beginning to visibly change, that was when Platinum Cooler went on to chime back in by responding, "Bro, just what in the hell is this sudden and abrupt surge of power? And where the hell is he able to get all of this from? Bro, answer me, Frieza. What is this Saiyan doing?" "God, I don't know," Frieza went on to respond, "but it just can't be. Bro, was he really able to evolve himself into yet again discovering a new level of power? No, but that shouldn't be. This monkey had already reached the apex of his power, and so how does he have more energy to exert like this? No, it can't be," with Cooler responding, "Oh, curse you, Frieza. Don't tell me that you went and miscalculated the data that you were given again. Oh, well, remember the plan then. We will engage whatever comes next from this and break him down before this gets any worse. Do you understand?" "I can't believe what I'm seeing," Piccolo went on to chime in. "So, I was right. I was right about the fact that I knew that there was something more to Vegeta than what he was letting off on the surface. His power is beyond words at this point," with Gohan responding, "You know, it just feels like the entire planet is about to explode from the fierce force behind Vegeta's intense power-up. Oh, and look there, you can almost feel him changing inside. Just what kind of training did Vegeta undergo with Lord Beerus that resulted in, well, whatever this new power of his that's about to emerge?" Gohan went on to ask. "It feels like my entire body is shaking from the pressure of such energy," with Piccolo responding, "Well, whatever it is that Vegeta did, it clearly had something to do with his Ultra Ego power, because look, do you feel that too? He's about to emerge, and his strength is almost too much to bear with in the moment. As it was only just upon with the Hakaishin aura now beginning to dissipate all around Vegeta, where Vegeta from that point then went on to put this into question by asking, do you still think that I'm bluffing, mighty Emperor? Oh, just what in the hell kind of power is this? Platinum Cooler went on to ask. You never said that Vegeta would have yet another form that goes even higher than his Ultra Ego form, Frieza. His power has completely changed. His energy and the aura that surrounds him feels completely dense and almost void of all life. And I'll curse him. No, but this shouldn't be happening, Black Frieza went on to respond. Now, how are you able to access to an even higher level of power beyond your ego form? Just what in the hell kind of transformation is this? No, explain yourself right now! As it was only now finally with Mastered Ultra Ego Vegeta finally having to be shown emerging, where Vegeta did not look bothered by the overall situation at all, as Vegeta then went on to respond, you should have listened when I tried warning you, Frieza, but we are already long past any sort of rational or meaningful conversation. The power which you now see before you is my all, the apex of what I am and the pinnacle of my destructive power in all its glory and honor, Frieza. After perfecting the power and honing it to its peak, this is the totality of my training with not only Lord Beerus, but also by having me be accepted among the other 11 gods as one of their own, an equal, bearing that of similar power to them. Mastered Ultra Ego, the last thing that your eyes will ever have a chance to see, Frieza. And now that I have awakened the monster that lies within me, it's time that I finally put an end to the both of you once and for all. Only this time, however, I'm the one who's in control, and so now let's go and settle the score for good this time, as it was only right then and there now in that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of the top 5 strongest warriors in the multiverse.
And I am ready for that nigga Vegeta to whoop their ass real easy, simple, easy, smooth. Like, bruh, that shit was so fire, ain't no cap, man. Nigga Cooler and Frieza pressed. They ain't never. They was like, what the fuck? They scared. Shout out to UnrealEntGaming for the story writing, man. That nigga scripting for real. Oh shit. But anyway, until next time, if you like my reaction, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.